Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Who is a Science Laboratory Technology. In this video, we'll be answering some questions that popped up from last week Saturday. And like what happened last Saturday, I did a webinar on branding as a laboratory professional. I explained why it's important to have a personal brand as a laboratory professional, and some questions were asked. All those questions were answered in the webinar, in the video, but some other questions were raised by some students. So this video is about answering these questions. I'm making this video because I think every single SLT student should be able to watch this video and have an understanding of what they're talking about and possibly answer these questions. Let's get down to it. This person asked 4 important questions. So let's get down to question 1. Question 1 was, what is the role and jobs of science laboratory biological? Now, as we all know, the SLT has different options from biology, microbiology, biotechnology, chemistry, and etc. This person wants to know what is the role of SLT biological. Let me answer that question. Now, biological SLT, or biological laboratory technology, or biology laboratory science, like I like to call it, are specialists trained to use laboratory equipment in the field of biology and to work mainly in biological laboratories, in academics, in environmental, in agricultural lab, and in research lab. As a graduate with BSc SLT biology or HND biology microbiology, because of the broad nature of the course, you may be restricted till you go more specific in postgraduate. Get me? Now remember, it's biological, so biological is really wide. Now, because of the broad scope of this course, you may be restricted as a graduate for a while, and you may be restricted till you go for a postgraduate course. Then you can work in healthcare, pharmacy, industrial, agricultural, research, or academic, depending on what you've chosen, depending on how it aligns with your personal goals and your personal brand. I hope I was able to answer this question. I can't really tell you that this is the job of SLT because of SLT biological, because SLT biological is a really broad course, and you agree with me that in the course content you have things that talk about microbiology, talk about pests, talk about entomology, talk about ecology. So it's really broad and your chances are really wide. But like I said, you need to go for postgraduate studies to be more specific. Then yes, you can work in healthcare, depending on what you choose, in pharmaceutical company, in industry, in agricultural, and all. Now, question 2 was, can you list any MSc programs under SLT biological? Again, depending on the area you are interested in, you can do MSc in biology, you can do in biotechnology, you can do in food microbiology, you can do in industrial microbiology, you can do in ecology, you can do in environmental microbiology. Now, it all depends on who you are. There are many areas of biology that you can choose depending on what you find interesting. The MSc programs are really wide. I was even thinking, I saw one today, microbial ecology, I saw agricultural, that is entomology, the ecology of ants. I'm like, okay, so yes, your options are really wide because you did SLT biology, which is different from SLT microbiology. Now you can see that one has even gone more specific, then which is different from SLT biotechnology. Oh yes, the MSc programs that I've listed so far are the ones that may be available to you. My 3rd question was, what is SLT called outside Africa? Is it still the same name? This question is quite interesting because so in Nigeria it is called SLT because it encompasses many field of sciences. In other countries, as far as I know, this specialty is added in front of the laboratory technology or laboratory science. For instance, for those of you that are studying SLT biology, in other countries it's called biological laboratory technology. For those that are doing SLT microbiology, it's called microbiological laboratory or microbiology laboratory technology. For those that are doing chemistry or biochemistry, is called biochemical laboratory technology or chemical laboratory technology. Now, depending, in other countries, I think it is specialized, so it may not be called SLT. I think the reason why it's called SLT in Nigeria is because we are under one body, which is the under a professional bodies, which is the Nigerian Institute of Science Laboratory Technology and the Association of Science Laboratory Technology. I think if we had different bodies for that of chemistry, that for biology, those for industrial microbiology, we may be separated and be called different courses. In some departments, they've even separated it to Department of Biological Laboratory Technology. I know in my school before it used to be SLT department, but now it's now Department of Biological Laboratory Technology, Department of Chemical Laboratory Technology, Department of Microbiological Laboratory Technology. Yes, so it has been segmented. Department of Agricultural Laboratory Technology. So it has been separated. There's even Pharmaceutical Laboratory Technology, but still under the body of SLT because we are under the NISLT. So in other countries, it may not be called SLT, but it will be called the specialty. That is why I said in one of my previous videos, I said, don't say you study SLT. Say you study your specialty. If, for me, I did SLT biology, I will not say I studied SLT biology. I'll say I am a biological laboratory technology. But right now, I'm going more specific. I am now a microbiological laboratory technology. To even be more specific, food and ethnopharmaceutical laboratory technology. Depending on what you do, add that to the front of your laboratory technology and call it that this is the course I did. That way people understand that this is what you actually do. Now the last question is, what is the difference between SLT biotechnology, SLT biology, SLT microbiology? Most schools have this as separate units. I really can't understand the differences. This person is asking, what is the major difference between the SLT biology? Yes. Is the SLT biology, SLT microbiology, and SLT biotechnology. Now I'm going to define these three different terms. SLT is SLT. We've established that. But biotechnology, biology, and microbiology. Let me start from biology, which is the body, the overall body. Now, biology is the study of living organisms and their interactions with each other. We all know that, and it could cover a wide range of courses, which is still under genetics, ecology, physiology, evolution, microbiology. Now that is what biology is all about. In some schools, especially for those that have SLT early, they started with SLT biology, and I think they decided to go more specific and now have SLT microbiology. Now that has restricted that course to just microbiology. Remember in the beginning I said for those that studied SLT biology, you can depending on, because of the broad nature of the course, you can do in any master's degree, but any of the biological masters, yes. But for those that did SLT microbiology, you have to focus majorly on microbiological courses. Microbiology is the study of microorganisms. Biology is the study of living organisms, meaning that living organisms, both humans and both plants and animals, and microorganisms. While SLT biology focuses on just microorganisms. This is just microbiology. Now we now have SLT biotechnology. What is biotechnology? Biotechnology is the application of biological principles and techniques and tools to create new products, using manipulating living things to create new products, which could be in plants, which could be in mostly in plants and in living organisms and in microorganisms. Their major difference is that biotechnology focuses on the application of biological principles and technology in medical, environmental, agricultural, and biological purposes, while biology covers the study of living organisms and their interaction with the environment. Then the microbiology is just the study of microorganisms and how you can manipulate microorganisms. And I was even thinking about this question. I tend to realize that eventually we are all biotechnologists, because we're all trying to study living things and how we can manipulate them to give us new products. If I'm a food microbiologist, I am a biotechnologist, right? Because I'm trying to use microorganisms to create a new product. I hope I was able to answer some of these questions. If you have more questions, you can throw them at me, and if you have a better answer that I didn't give to the questions, please drop them in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.